Alright, what's going on, boys? Today I have a new video for you guys. Fortnite just launched a new update with Gyro Aiming. I'm going to be breaking it down and explaining the best settings possible for it. But before we start, we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so if this video helps at all, just make sure you hit the sub button, like, and turn on post notifications. I shout out one person every video, so if you want to get a shout out, all you have to do is spam 90k in the comments the most. Be able to get into the video. Alright, so I loaded up into my world and now we're going to go to the settings. Here's where it's located at. As you can see, it's another extra tab that just looks out of place and it doesn't look like it's been there before. It's called Gyro Options. It has its own tab, a whole bunch of settings. It even has advanced settings at the bottom. You see all of this stuff that we have to learn and adapt to. It's going to be so much things that we're going to be able to do. Okay, so basically what this is when you have it on, so just turn it on. All you gotta do, just look at my hand cam. What gyro aiming is look, I'm not touching any buttons on my controller, not at all. But when I move my controller, my character moves as well. So I'm not touching, all my fingers are over here. See? I just move my controller. Left, right, up, down. All the way down, all the way up. So basically, it's like you can track with your controller now. Instead of using the analog sticks, you can track with your controller, which is crazy. I don't even understand how they did this, but this is actually kind of cool, and it's a bunch of stuff we want to be able to do before. Like, just imagine piecing somebody up using no fingers. Like, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Let's see if I can still build on it. Okay, so all I'm going to be doing is running through the settings and showing you guys what it does and what it means to have it on or off. So obviously when you have it on, it activates and you can move your controller to move your player. And you can actually choose between like when you want it to be activated, so you can actually like tweak everything. So for example, combat, you know, like when you're fighting, you can actually have it only for your scope. You can have it for both. You can have it when you're harvesting, or you can just do all kinds of combat. So whether that's using your pickaxe, using your aiming, your scope, all that, anything fighting related or hitting related. So you want to keep that in mind. Me, I will probably have it on always, just to test it out and see what it is. So like later on when I use it more, I can tweak it. Active mode, building and editing. I would play around with this before I touch anything. Like it might be better for building rather than editing, you know. So I'm definitely going to be toying around with these, and like the video right now, I'm going to be making a settings video. So like after this video, when I'm just running through it showing you guys what it is, I'm actually going to be testing out every kind of setting there is, and I'm going to have a settings video soon. So I'm going to have the best controller settings for gyro options. So be tuned for that. Make sure you sub and like, turn notifications. Okay, look stick effect. You're not gonna want this on. Just turn it off. Put none. Sensitivity. This is obvious. So like, you know, a sensitivity. So instead of a sensitivity for your like your controls with your analog stick, it's controls for your whole controller. So like you can actually change how fast it moves when you move your controller. So I think I moved it on accident. These are the defaults, but feel free to toy around with that. I'm actually gonna see how fast it is. Like right now, I want to see how fast I can really get. Oh yeah, as that, like, you know, the littlest movement. So there's probably like a dead zone for this. You know how it's dead zones for your analog sticks. It's probably gonna be a dead zone for your controller now. You see how this is too fast? I'm literally just moving it with my thumb, and it's just moving all over. So imagine if I move it up like this, and just move it all around. You see how crazy this looks? Like like it's honestly impossible to play like this, because you know you can't play without moving your controller. So you want to have that in mind. So yeah, that's how fast I could get. I would, you know, probably keep it around the default just to be safe. I mean, if it was good to use, go for it. But acceleration, you know, this is kind of like boost. If you don't know what they are, if you don't know what boost are, they are these options right here. You know, like it speeds up the process from point A to point B with your analog stick. So that's kind of what it is. Flick stick. Okay, this right here, it's something that I probably wouldn't recommend, because let me just show you. You turn it on, so just this little warning. Once you turn it on, right, you won't be able to look up or down with your analog stick. It's going to force you to use gyro aiming to go up and down with your controller. So you know how, see how I'm going up and down? Now look, when I go up and down with my analog, it's turning me left and right rather than going up and down. Same with this one. You know, this one is like just moving forward, but looking wise, up down is going left and right. If I go left right, it goes left and right as well. But up and down, it forces you to do that. So unless you're just some crazy, I don't know, it also depends on how you play. So I personally play with my controller under my desk. This is the chair I'm sitting on, so I don't know what people think this is in my videos. They probably think that I'm just leaning my hands or something, but it's a chair I'm sitting in. I play under my desk. My desk is like right here. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you play with your controller like above your desk, like you play like having your arms like propped up on your desk, you could probably make an advantage out of this these settings. So keep that in mind. But me personally, I'm gonna have that off. Okay, and these options are like basically like different settings. So like it's standard, disabled, or inverted. So don't gotta worry about these too much. Just your preference and how you would like to play. These right here, just a bunch of other settings, like, you know, the hold time for like the button hold time, all that. So I would definitely toy around with the button hold time, because you never know how like you can make your controller work or move. So it's basically, you gotta be creative. You gotta really be creative, because no one's ever did this before. So somebody could like make a start a trend or something, you know. And as I said before, there's going to be a dead zone for this. So this is basically like your dead zone. If I were to put this all the way up, let's go to 7, right? No, it's more, you know, smooth with it instead of just all over the place like before. So and it actually does make your settings faster, I'm not gonna lie. So like if you were before like missing edits, so like for example, if you were to like usually tend to like miss the second edit of a 2 tile edit, so meaning sometimes you would just only edit 1 tile instead of the 2. This is like a perfect, like, you know, perfect solution, because like it's kind of like boost in its own way. It's kind of like you're using your own boost. But it's not the settings that's doing it, it's actually you doing it yourself, because you're the only one moving the controller. So it's kind of just you doing your own thing. So basically what it is, settings don't matter anymore. Settings don't control how you play. You are controlling how you play with your controller. But if this video informed you or helped you out at all in the slightest, just make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you hit the sub button if you haven't already. Make sure you turn on post notifications as well. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to make another part 2 to this video, because I'm going to be testing out all these settings and I'm going to get the best ones for you guys. So just make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you have the notifications on. But yeah, I'm out.